What's up, guys? Chris here to talk about this weekend's doubleheader going down on HBO. First fight, although they are at separate times. It's not like both fights are being held back to back, unless you watch the tape delayed broadcast, of course, of the first fight, which is WBC heavyweight champion Vitali Klitschko defending his title against Tomasz Adamek. I will say this about this fight: this is probably the best stylistic fight you can make as far as what I think should provide good entertainment value in a heavyweight championship fight at the moment. Of course, we also thought the same of David Haye versus Vladimir Klitschko, and we all saw how that ended up. But I think the difference here is whether it is to his advantage or not. I think that Tomasz Adamek will give a better effort than David Haye did, which should provide for a more entertaining fight. That and the fact that I think that Vitali Klitschko has shown that he is a lot less cautious with his style than is his brother Vladimir. Alright, as for the matchup, actually real quick, Vitali's coming off the win, first round stoppage over Adelino Solis. Take that for what it's worth. And Tomasz Adamek coming off the unanimous decision over Kevin McBride. Alright, obviously Vitali Klitschko has a huge advantages in height and reach. Adamek, the younger man, actually I was surprised when I was doing research for this fight that I was surprised to see that Vitali was 40 years old. He doesn't seem like he's 40, but then again, he did take a couple years off for retirement. But, you know, his return, since his return, he hasn't skipped a beat, so to speak. One thing I think is going to be really great about this fight is it's being held in Poland in a big stadium. It should be sold out, so the atmosphere should be pretty electric, as most of the fights overseas are. So I think that'll really add to the fight. But I do think it'll be a pretty entertaining fight while it lasts. Not to say it's going to end early. Honestly, it's hard for me to pick against Vitali Klitschko at this point. Either the Klitschko brothers. Adamek is an entertaining fighter, and he's done pretty damn well at heavyweight. Better than I actually thought he would have. And if he gets inside, obviously he's the quicker fighter. Goes without saying. But if he gets inside, he can probably do some work to the body. But I don't think he has the power. As a matter of fact, I know, I can't say for certain 100%, but he doesn't. I don't think he has the ability to stop Vitali Klitschko, unless it's on cuts. But if anyone's going to get cut up in this fight, I wouldn't be surprised if it's Tomasz Adamek. Vitali's going to try to keep him at distance, but Vitali will do more than just throw the jab. You know, he'll bring both punches. He'll throw with both hands, and he's going to be hard to hit. And when I think about this fight, what I go back to is Tomasz Adamek's fight against Michael Grant, not that long back ago. Adamek had a much tougher time than expected. Not saying he didn't win the fight, clearly, but Grant's size gave him a lot more trouble than I think most would have anticipated. And it goes without saying that Michael Grant is nowhere near Vitali Klitschko's level of a fighter. So, I got to go with Vitali Klitschko to win this fight. I think it'll be pretty entertaining, though, like I said, for the most part. But I just see Klitschko getting the better of it on the outside. And even if Adamek gets on the inside, I don't think he'll be able to do too much damage. I just really haven't seen any flaws in Vitali that Adamek can really exploit since Vitali's return from retirement. So I'm going with Vitali to win this fight. The other way, not to say Adamek can't be stopped, but I don't know if Vitali will necessarily go for the kill, even if he's in complete control, although he's shown tendency to do so late when he is. But unless he stops the fight on cuts, which is a possibility, I think it'll be a unanimous decision. So I'm going to go with Vitali Klitschko to win this fight, somewhere around 8-4, possibly 9-3. But that said, I still think it'll be a pretty entertaining fight for a heavyweight championship fight in today's current climate of the sport. Co-main event, I guess you would call it, or co-feature, Yuriorkis Gamboa taking on Daniel Ponce de Leon. Gamboa coming off a win over Orlando Solis, or De Leon coming off a split decision, or actually unanimous decision, lost to Adrian Broner, I believe. But a lot of people thought he should have won that fight. The funny thing about this fight is Juan Manuel Lopez, as we all know, or should know, has already fought Daniel Ponce de Leon and defeated him by first round KO. Just absolutely obliterated him. So it'll be interesting to see how Yuriorkis Gamboa matches up against a similar, or not similar, the same opponent. Because people always want to see Gamboa Lopez, although that fight doesn't have quite the anticipation level that it did before Lopez lost in his last fight to Salido. Which is also, kind of a unique thing that Salido beat Juan Manuel Lopez, even though Yuriorkis Gamboa previously beat him. But that's neither here nor there for this matchup necessarily. This fight, I'll give Daniel Ponce de Leon credit. He has improved technically a lot more than I thought he was capable of. Used to be just raw as hell. I never really thought he'd get any technique, but he has sharpened up a little bit. Tightened up his swinging punches a little bit. I think I saw that most notably in the knockout of Antonio Escalante, and he did look improved against Broner as well. You know, I think the old Ponce de Leon probably would have got outboxed a lot more one-sidedly, but he's still really, really slow and really wide open. Not to say Gamboa isn't as well, but Gamboa has the talent or the athleticism to be able to get away with the mistakes more so than De Leon does. Gamboa's just got such a speed advantage here that even with his technical flaws, it's going to be hard for Ponce de Leon to put hands on him. If he can land a shot, De Leon a clean shot, he could probably drop and possibly stop Gamboa because De Leon's a pretty solid hitter at featherweight. And we've seen Gamboa go down previous times by that proposition. However, Gamboa has shored up his defense a little bit, and like I said, he is a lot faster, so I don't know if he's going to get caught flush here. So I think Gamboa's going to win this fight. I think he's going to win by stoppage. I don't think he's going to win as early as Juan Manuel Lopez did, first rounder, but I definitely see him catching De Leon and finishing him off somewhere mid-rounds. Although Gamboa has fought a little bit more conservatively, not to say he's out there fighting a super technical fight like Chris Bird or something, but he has fought a little bit more smarter, I guess you would say, which is somewhat brought down his entertainment level to watch. He's a lot more fun to watch when he's reckless, just going out there like a Tasmanian devil, but he has smartened up his style a little bit, which is probably best for him, if not necessarily for the fans. But so you never know, he might want to play it safe here, not mix it up, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think he's just going to be able to capitalize too much on the speed advantage here, so go with Yuriorkis Gamboa by mid-round stoppage. We talked about both these fights on this previous weekend's edition of Science Fights Radio Show, so if you want, you can check that out if you missed it live. Link it in the information part of the video as always, as well as link to ScienceViolence.com and my Twitter. Want to hear your guys' thoughts on the fights? If anyone's going to pick an Adamek, I'd like to hear your reasoning why, or how you see the fight playing out. And if anyone, going with De Leon, also I'd like to do the same. But if you're going with Klitschko or Gamboa, the favorites, do you think the fight's end early? And if so, what rounds? Anyways, that's it for now. Till next time.